Hello everyone, here are the latest market news on April the 9th, 2020. U.S. jobless claims rise due to halt of economy. The number of claims for unemployment benefits in the U.S. in the last 3 weeks hit 15 million as tough measures to counter the coronavirus outbreak led country's economy to halt. Thursday's weekly jobless claims report from the Labor Department, the most timely data on the economy's health, would strengthen economists' expectations of job losses of up to 20 million in April. The number of initial claims for state unemployment benefits slipped to a seasonally adjusted 5.250 million for the week ended April the 4th, from 6.648 million, the survey of economists showed. Meantime, the government reported last Friday that the economy purged 701,000 jobs in March. That was the biggest job losses since the Great Recession and ended the longest employment boom in U.S. history that started in late 2010. Bernie Sanders withdraws from presidential race. Bernie Sanders, the 78-year-old senator from Vermont who reshaped American politics with his youth-led movement for sweeping social change, on Wednesday ended his presidential campaign for the 2020 Democratic nomination. His withdrawal from the race ensured that former Vice President Joe Biden will be the Democratic presidential nominee in an election against Donald Trump, at the time when the coronavirus pandemic thrusts the U.S. deeper into an economic and public health crisis. "I cannot in good conscience continue to mount a campaign that cannot win and which would interfere with the important work required on all of us in this difficult hour," Sanders said in a live stream from his home in Vermont. Shares rise, oil climbs amid hopes on OPEC Plus deal. Global shares increased on Thursday on hopes that the COVID-19 pandemic is closing a peak and that governments would roll out more stimulus measures to support their economies. Meanwhile, expectations of a deal between Russia and Saudi Arabia bolstered crude prices. MSCI's broadest index of Asia-Pacific shares outside Japan rose 0.9% following a strong Wall Street close. American index S&P 500 swung from losses to gains, trading 3.41% higher during previous session. Chinese stocks climbed 0.42%, while Australian shares jumped 2.54%. The improved mood is seen extending to Europe, with Euro Stoxx 50, German DAX and FTSE futures gained 0.85%, 1.04% and 1.08% respectively. Japan's Nikkei stock index bucked the positive trend and fell 0.46% as the country's data showed that coronavirus infections increased. On the commodity market, hopes on an agreement to cut between 10 million and 15 million barrels per day rose after media reports suggested Russia was ready to reduce its output by 1.6 million barrels per day. U.S. crude futures soared 3.07% to $25.86 a barrel, while Brent crude contracts climbed 1.89% to $33.49 per barrel. Orders for food delivery takeaway surged 50% in first quarter. The food delivery firm Just Eat Takeaway saw a 50% jump in first quarter orders as the companies in this sector see rising demand for their services around the world because people order to stay home to slow the spread of the coronavirus. Takeaway said the onset of the coronavirus crisis in Europe caused order volumes to decline in mid-March due to restaurant closures and a significant reduction in lunch orders. However, order volumes recovered strongly by the end of March. The company said it added thousands of restaurants after it saw a pickup in applications because of government bans on dine-in services. In contrast, Takeaway claimed in a statement on Thursday it suffered from cyber attacks in the week starting March the 16th, affecting several hundred thousand orders.